Welcome back. Well, it is something many of us don't like to talk about because it's hard and it's heartbreaking, but we have to, and here's why. More than 3,600 children under the age of 13 have died by suicide in the last 2 decades, according to the CDC. And when it comes to black kids, the rates are even higher. Yeah,
it's a staggering number here and a crazy stat. Today, we are starting the conversation with our 3-part series, A Different Cry, as it's called. We do need to warn you, this story contains racist language and graphic descriptions of death by suicide that involves children.
77 days of the first time my son was bullied to the day he died. 77 days in between there.
Seven Bridges died by suicide. He was 10 years old.
The very first thing, a little girl called him on the bus. And then, fast forward the next week, he's on the bus and the little girl says, "Well, you know that can't fight." He gets off the bus, runs to his dad and says, "Daddy, I got choked on the bus, but don't be mad because I think he has a mental problem." He died of being bullied to death. Wow, my kid.
At least 3,600 children under the age of 13 died by suicide in the past 2 decades.
There's this idea when you're young, developmentally, you may not understand the permanency of suicide. I don't think sometimes that kids understand there's no coming back from this. This is much younger children.
Black children under 13 are dying by suicide at rates 2 times higher than their white peers.
People always say black people don't do that. Yes, here's a picture.
Research shows bullying and racism played a role in most of these suicides.
I do think black parents in particular, we try to educate our kids about what it means to be black and how people are going to engage you in the world. I don't know that we're able to give them the full extent and teach them to the full degree of what those struggles are going to be like. What parent expects to have a race conversation with a child and the child is 5, 6 years old?
I never took the time to teach my son about racial differences, racial inequalities. I never did that because he was 10. I want this little boy to be a little boy. Come on, 7.
Oh, okay. This full series, A Different Cry, is also on our Roku and Fire TV streaming apps, and we're continuing the conversation tomorrow.